Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to the second episode of my new Anno 1800 playthrough, where we are also going to move towards the Arctic DLC. It's going to be a while off for sure, but it's going to be very interesting nonetheless. Now, in the meantime, we have discovered a new island, a potato, hops fertility and nitro deposits island, and this one which has potato fertility, hops fertility and red pepper. And I feel like this is probably close to all of the islands on the map. There might be a small one over here or over here still, but no major islands should remain undiscovered at this point. Now we do have this resident quest, so let's click on that.
Couldn't mug me out, could ya?
Damned wild animals are eating all my hens. Poor things are so terrified they haven't laid an egg in weeks. Please, Governor, catch the rascals.
I got something perplexing.
Alright,
setting straight.
find and collect the wild animals. Well, there is a wolf.
I wish I'd a goose for your kindness.
And that was all it was. It's an early game quest, so it's ridiculously easy. Anyway, I feel it's probably a good idea to move towards making a fire station pretty soon, because something is going to burn down or explode at some point. Now it does cost us money and our balance is still negative, but eventually this is going to balance out. This is something that we have to trust. Now, this doesn't really fit any normal residences, or I guess maybe it does, but this would be a nice place to put a fire station actually. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and we might even put down an ornament over here. So we have several unlocked at this point. We could make some flags around here. Right, one like this and one over here. That's pretty nice, right? Maybe a tree. And we can put some over here as well. Put one over there. Now I don't want to put all trees everywhere. At some point we're going to make some bushes and some other things just to make things look a little bit nicer, and actually this might be a good opportunity. We put a little shrub over here, mature shrub over in the back, and then we have yeah, I guess another couple of big trees over here, and then we're going to extend this road a little bit so that we have a viewpoint, I guess. Yeah, why not? Looks okay to me. Anyway, we have 85 farmers that we're not doing anything with, and we have provided them with all the things that they need, including 2 distilleries, yeah. That's the word. Nothing special. Now, meanwhile, Bente over here has a quest for us as well. And since she is an easy AI, the quest shouldn't be too difficult, and it's a good way for easy extra money.
For all you've done.
A lack of material wealth should never hold us back from doing great deeds. I want to donate a small amount to help keep you on your feet. Sometimes when we run a little short on funds, we worry about relying too much on others. All I intend with this gift is to negate that sort of awkwardness in the future.
We doubled our efforts.
Wow. Free money, as long as we just sail to her. And what was it? 6,000? Almost 7,000. That's a lot. When you look at this, we have 39,000 right now. And we're just losing money right now, so that is a really nice gift. Alright, meanwhile though, the sun is slowly setting on our world. Now, you haven't seen me play this game yet with this on, but you can see the sun is actually very slowly going down over time. And you will see the color change, and pretty soon we're going to be in full-on night. So that's going to be quite cool. Anyway. We have everything that we need, so I think it's about time that we start upgrading our houses. Now, I have a plan for this, by the way, because we have these really nice houses over here. I think we're going to start a second market area down here, and this is where all the peasant houses are going to be, and this is where all the upgraded houses are going to be. So all of the higher residential tiers are going to be up on the high ground overlooking the peasants, because that's the way it would work in real life, I suppose. Meanwhile though, we are full up on timber. We're not making any more because we cannot store anymore.
Dream of wide blue horizons? You could always be relied upon to do
Thank
the
you
right
very, very much. Alright, let's get our ship back. And yeah, I think it's about time we upgrade some houses. So
You reached a new milestone.
Let's start with just a couple. So we have 5 farmers remaining, and we should keep those. But by now we have 80 workers. The first thing we should do with that is actually start to make bricks.
That's all we ask.
Because we need bricks to make all of the other buildings. So, for bricks we need 50 people to work in the clay pit, and then we need 25 to work in a brick factory. In total, we need 100, because a clay pit produces something every 30 seconds, whereas a brick factory produces every minute. So, yeah, we can have 2 brick factories on 1 clay pit. So we need 100 people. We don't have that right now. So I think it's time that we expand towards a second area over here. So let's have a look. We will build a small marketplace. And of course this is where our secondary harbor is going to be. Now let's have a look. I want to extend over into be in the center a bit. Also I want to be a little bit away from the water's edge. Right about there, I think would be a good place. Now of course as night descends it is going to be a little trickier to see everything in the dark. Alright, now let's hook this up to the road over here. And so of course we can build some more farmhouses over here as well. So this is, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like the ones up above on the cliffside. Now with more of these farmers coming in, of course we can start upgrading more of these houses on over here later on. These guys are also going to want to have a pub, but
Never rains in a dry time.
yeah, actually because we have enough farmers on this island to warrant a pub, these guys immediately want one as well. So we are going to provide them with one immediately. Yeah, we're going to build it right there. There we go, and of course the entrance to the cellar is over here. Meanwhile, the first newspaper has arrived. So let's have a look.
Utterly humbling. If there is anything I can do, anything really, imagine it, and we can do it.
Alright, so happiness and light. Nimster is quite full of mirth. 8 and 3/5 from 10 is how I score my present feeling. One resident remarked during recent census, yet I am not completely delirious. Relations sour with Anne Harlow. Well, this is the pirate, so obviously this was going to happen.
I cannot thank you enough for saving our
And new
publishing
company
house.
takes root.
Break the
SiC
wind for
settles
being
first
cut
island.
for
Hopes
our
abound
anger.
that this seed will germinate into a great leafy tree, boughs heavy with golden fruit. In historic edition we profile company pioneer and enjoy the positivity. Who knows if we shall see its like again. Alright, well, I'm not going to change this. We could, but
Uncompromising.
this is a balanced newspaper and we still end up with a plus 25% happiness bonus overall. So, not a big deal for us. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we need 100 workers, so we need to upgrade a couple more houses. There we go. And then of course we are going to need a small warehouse next to the clay pit as well. So let's have a look. If we build one over here, the road should just about line up, I think. Yeah, not quite. But we are going to build it one tile away from the clay pits, because this means that we can build a road all around this thing. Now again, if you're watching this, there is a free week going on right now when this episode airs. So, if you want to try your hands at this game before you buy it, this is the perfect time to do so. Alright, so let's put down a clay pit, and then we're going to have a brick factory
Raised a settlement.
over here, and we are going to have one over here, but this requires 8 timber. Oh, we just got it. I was going to say we don't have that, but we actually do. That is awesome. Alright, so let's drag a road all around this, and now we have a nice, neat little square. Oh man, I should have turn this around. I didn't pay attention to that, but it's very symmetrical looking right now. I don't like that too much. Anyway, meanwhile we could also accept a quest from George, because George also usually doesn't have that many hard quests. Leonard von Malching does, because he's a bit of an asshole. So let's have a look. You should stock up every once in a while. You never know what twists and turns are around the corner in life. The pharaohs of the Delta used to plan for 7 years of famine. Even if you saw the irrigation down there now, you'd still be saying those estimates were about right, believe me. Alright, so what does he want? Sustain across the region. 15 of any food supply for 7 minutes. Oh yeah, so we need at least 15 tons of fish for about 7 minutes. Well, we have 45, so I don't foresee any problems, but just to check, food is still going up. So that is excellent. Schnapps are also going up, wood is going up, worker clothes are going up. All of this is good news. Ooh, statistics. This is the function I was looking for before. Awesome. So let's have a look. We are getting wood by +2, it seems. Filter by purchase price. Filter by selling price. Okay, so what sells for the highest? Cannons, 228 per ton. Of course, we're not making those right now. Steel beams, 58. Sausage, 38. Bricks, 20. Alright, so we could plan our economy around this, I suppose. Of course, the selling prices would be the same across all the islands. But production is the most important. So wood resource -20. Oh, this is for all the money, of course. The filter by profit. Yeah, okay, so we get 108 for this, 138 from the work clothes. But this is just from the people, I guess. This is not what we have sold, because we haven't sold any of this. So, yeah. Storage. This is where things increase. Planks are going down. We have finances. This doesn't really tell us a whole lot right now. And population. Workers. Farmers. I don't really know what this is supposed to tell me at the moment. Residences, residents over time, yeah, like the total, but we can see this up here as well. Oh, actually when we click on that, it goes into the information tab now, but when you hover over this, it will tell you we have 100 workers and 360 farmers, so yeah, it doesn't really show us anything. Anyway, the workers are going to want sausages. Now, to build a slaughterhouse, we are going to need 5 tons of bricks. But we don't need any bricks for the pig farm. And we need 50 workers to work in the slaughterhouse. And we need 30 farmers for the pig farm. So, we need to upgrade some more houses. We need to upgrade 5 more houses, basically. Alright, so... This is expertly designed, by the way, because now we have those workers. Of course, more needs open up, so we need to build even more stuff. They already want more than we are making. Yeah. This will keep us occupied pretty much constantly.
Competitors are now at war.
Oh, George Smith and Carl Leonard von Malching are at war. Interesting. Alright. Well. Doesn't really mean much to us at the moment. We are neutral with both of these guys. Now this might be a good time to actually look at the diplomacy settings, because
a competitor raised a settlement.
These are the default settings. A competitor, oh wait, let's have a look at that first. Who settled? Of course it's Carl Leonard from Malching, and he settled an island with potatoes, hops and niter. Niter might be a problem later on. I've never had to use it before because I never quite got that far yet, I think. I don't even know if it's needed for a basic need or a luxury or what. But yeah. Anyway, diplomacy. These are basically the default starting reputations. This guy by default really doesn't like us all that much. We can, however, try to flatter him.
Absurd! I won't have it.
And that had an adverse effect. He now quite hates us. As for
May I
this guy,
express my gratitude?
he dislikes us a little bit more. And as for Bente, this should be a lot more effective, hopefully.
You're right, it was a challenging
Well,
waterfall.
2.
I should probably allow myself a pat on the back.
I guess this refers to a painting. Alright, well, they like us a little bit better at least, so that's good. Except for Karl Lennart from Malching, who likes us less. We might go to war with him eventually, I suppose. I don't want to, but sometimes that seems inevitable. Anyway, where do we put our slaughterhouses? I guess we could build it over here somewhere. Keep the workers, yeah, the brick houses along with all the other brick houses, I suppose. Alright, so let's build a slaughterhouse here. And of course we need a pig farm. Now the pig farms I think were 4 by 4. I'm not entirely sure. Pigsty. Ah, my bad. But we can fit 2 side by side anyway. So we can just build it like that. We need 5, so this is now working at maximum efficiency. And this produces every minute, whereas a slaughterhouse also produces every minute. And that is good news. Meanwhile, we are lacking workers. And that is because there is a fire. None of these people are getting what they want, and because of that, our workforce is plummeting. Now, the fire service is already on location. That is excellent. So let's have a quick look at this guy. He has 2 horses and I guess a water tank with a hose of some kind that is powered by, I don't know. Must be a pump system or a hydraulic system or something. Oh, and there's another one, or another couple of guys over on this side also trying to put out the fire. This is literally the worst building that could catch fire. But they contained it. And now all the people will be able to get food and clothes and schnapps again. So we are in the negative right now, but these numbers should come back up pretty soon.
Respect where it is due.
And George Smith likes us a little bit more because we have fulfilled our quest. So that is good. Alright. This is all unnecessary. Our ship was under attack, but that was a long time ago when we encountered the pirate. Meanwhile, though, we also have a quest from Sir Archibald Blake that we might take on. Believe it or not, I used to have something of a wild streak. Once I even wagered a castle against a fellow and lost. The rashness of youth. Better do the honorable thing and build it now, though, don't you think? Alright, what do you want? 29 tons of bricks. Holy hell. We have 7 right now. And we have half an hour to make 29? Yeah, I don't see that happening, but we may be able to buy some from him. Yeah, for 50. So, if we buy 10 tons of this, that would be 500. So we could even buy the whole order for 1500. And what will be the reward? $4,200. So that would still be a good profit for us. That would still be roughly, yeah, I'm not good with numbers. 1500. Yeah. Let's say 2500 roughly of profit for us. Of course, we already can also bring some bricks, so we don't even need to buy that many. But it's not a big priority right now. We can hold off on that a little bit. Now, the good thing about us building the slaughterhouse and the pig farms is that, of course, now that the worker houses are supplied with sausages, more people will start to move in, because right now it's still at 10, but when they have the sausages, this is slowly going to creep up. And when they have the bread, this will creep up even more until they have like 15 or so on. So that's going to work out pretty well overall. Now, of course, we also need to make sure that we are producing bread. And this could be a nice area for that, because I don't know what else we would be using it for, except, yeah, schnapps. The schnapps production could be expanded over into this direction. We could build some of the other things over here. Maybe in this area where all the grain and stuff, the big fields, are going to be. I think I like that idea. So a small warehouse would then be in order. And we will build it right about there. Of course, we can expand even more from here later on. I think this... I don't know how I thought this was going to line up, because that is terrible. Ah, I was going to line up like that. I see. Right. Alright, let's get rid of those 2 bits of road, and then let's have a look at what we need for bread. So, of course, we need farmers for this. We need... grain farm produces every minute. Flour mill produces every 30 seconds. So, right off the bat, we need 2 grain farms. So, 40 farmers. Plus 10 for the flour mill. So, that's 50. And then we have a bakery that produces every minute. Now, if this produces every 30 seconds, then we can have 2 bakeries, so that's 100 workers that we need. Then we will have a perfect little supply system for bread. So we need more farmhouses, and we need more worker houses. Let's expand a little bit. Let's get another 12 houses set up over here. And once we have enough of those guys, we can upgrade some more houses over here. Actually, we might just upgrade 3 houses straight off the bat. That brings us up to 60. Once they have some sausages and other things that they want, it's going to be a little bit more. And yeah, we needed 100. So we are going to have to upgrade a few more houses, I think. This is not going to be enough. Yeah. Alright, another thing that I would like to do is I want to keep this area free of houses, because I want to build some other buildings here, like the school, the opera and so on, that have a big radius to provide their service to the houses around it. And I want them to be central, so close to the marketplace, with the residential areas surrounding it for maximum benefit. These houses down here are all going to be farmhouses, so this is not really that big of a problem. We can actually expand the houses over here in this direction as well. Anyway, we need to upgrade a few more houses. Like I said, we need 100, so if we upgrade 2 more houses here, we're going to be okay. These guys are still slowly moving in, so I feel pretty good about having enough workers pretty soon. You have to wait a little bit longer, but it's not that big of a problem. Of course, we are going to need bricks to build a flour mill, as well as the bakery, so we need 15 tons of bricks in total. We have 17. We also have that quest, which requires more from us in the future. So that's something to consider, something that we really do need to keep in mind, but it's not a big concern. We can quickly buy the bricks that we need, and we can still make a profit later on. Right, let's expand with a few more houses. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we'll drag this all around. We will build these farmhouses around the pub, basically, because this is the only service provider that these guys need or want. So I think that's going to be pretty good, and meanwhile we are getting very close to the amount of farmers that we require. So, grain farms are in order, and I feel like, you know, usually I like to build them a little ways out into the field. Like, we will build it right here. We're going to drag this road out to make sure it connects, and then we can drag out beautiful grain fields. Like so, which costs 720 bucks to make.
Even quests.
Puzzle quests. Alright.
Aim safe.
Hibernation. Find 2 black bears, 2 wolves. Okay, that's pretty easy because I know where to find them. They're going to be on her island. But first, grain farms. Alright, so we are going to build another farm right about there. Now the only thing is the grain does need to be connected to the building, so we can't build a road all around it and then put grain on the other side. The grain needs to have a connection to the farm. Now I feel like we are going to put some here so we can extend the road. And now I would like to make sure that this is filled up until we have a nice little block. And then we need to fill this up. Now we have 144, so that works. It doesn't really make nice neat squares, but it's fine. We can actually put some ornamentations over here. Meanwhile though, we need to have a flour mill in the vicinity of both of these buildings. So I guess also we need a bakery. If we build a bakery like so, then we can have a flour mill right there at that intersection. And then we can have another bakery. Of course we don't want it to be exactly the same as the other one. We want it to be a little bit different looking. But where? Where would look nice? I guess this would do. This looks pretty cool. Why not? Let's go for it. Of course, these guys are not producing right now.
A fire broke out.
Simply because of the fact that... oh crap. Yeah, that's true. We forgot about the fireman, or the fire station over in this town. We will build it right there, but the downside of this is these guys are still in training for about a minute. Yeah, a minute, in which time this farm building will keep burning down. Right, so meanwhile, this area is a self-sustaining bread provider. This should run perfectly, with no wasted goods or no surplus of goods that is not being used immediately. Now then, onto Bente Jorgensen's island. We immediately see a bear, we see a wolf. They're basically up in the hills. There's not a wolf right there, we needed 2 of those. There's going to be another bear, but there's multiple. And we can even look and see the quest markers on the mini-map.
Couldn't be more grateful.
And for that, we got 8,800 bucks and her approval. And that puts us over the amount of money that we started with. So it's actually not that hard to make a buck in this game. Later on, maybe yes, but for now, it's actually quite profitable. Anyway, we are going to load up on 10 tons of bricks. And we are going to sail over to this guy's island.
On our way.
And we're going to buy 19 tons more for the
We don't
quest.
even have to trade. It's just in case.
Oh, she wants to trade with me. Yeah.
Now we both benefit from
And
each
she
other's
likes us even more
charity.
for that. So let's have a look. A total of 83.
Mutual sincerity puts me at ease.
And he likes us for that, and he might even like us for it
For
too.
once, something you've
Yeah.
done makes sense.
Alright, so now that we have bread, we have sausages. Let's have a look at the consumer goods tab. Sausages are neutral, so we might need another one. Fish is neutral. Work clothes are neutral. All of these are going to need an extra supply system pretty soon if we keep expanding at this rate. Now meanwhile the fire is slowly being contained, but it's still spreading. We only have the one firefighter here. We might mobilize a couple more. We can do this every 2 minutes. We have 1 additional unit. So once this guy is finished, he's going to move over to that house. This guy is going to move over to that house probably. And this house is caught fire as well. And actually it looks kind of nice in the dusk. Right? Would probably look even better at night. And look at all the concerned citizens. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. We also need to contain a section for a botanical garden. I feel like the city center will be really cool for that as well. Oh, and they want soap now, and also iron. And we get a new quest.
Will you work your magic for us?
So, my mates wanted to see who's stronger, and turns out I won, but I may or may not need bricks to rebuild something. Please? Oh, he's going to want to have bricks. 6 tons. Well, luckily for him, we have those bricks in storage. Let's give it to him. And for that, charcuterie. Affects slaughterhouse. Maintenance costs minus 30%. And extra goods are produced. So that is something that we can use to our benefit. We needed another slaughterhouse anyway. And we can actually build a trade union next to it. Now for that we need bricks. But if we build another slaughterhouse next to this one, it will affect both of those, and it will reduce their running costs by 30%. And it will occasionally make extra sausages, so that is really good. That is something that we are going to work on once we have more bricks. Right, so we are going to finish off this quest. Our ship is almost there. Look at that. Beautiful night sky. The moon reflecting off the water, as well as the reflection of our ship, basically.
The fire has been vanquished.
And the fire is now out. This looks really cool, doesn't it? Anyway, let us buy 10 tons of bricks and then 19 tons more. We will trade that. We now have 29. And we can turn in the quest. We need to be ready, or next to the ship though. That's an important detail. Ooh, firing at pirates. Yes, indeed I am. So we spent about 1,000 coins, but we got 4,240 back for it. So that's a nice little profit that we have made for ourselves there. This is really good for us, by the way, that Sir Archibald is right next to the pirate island, because these pirates are always going to be at war with him, and they have to pass by his island as well as the island of Leonard von Malching, who usually has a pretty sizable war fleet as well. And then there's Bente Jorgensen, and then there's Madame Kohina, who also has defenses in the harbor, I would think. Probably, I don't see any right now. But basically they have to run a bit of a gauntlet before they even get to me, because I'm on the other side of the map. That is really good stuff. Alright, meanwhile, these guys are going to want to have soap. For that we need a pig farm, which produces every minute. We have a rendering works, which produces every minute, and a soap factory, which works every 30 seconds. So we need 1 soap factory, 2 rendering works, and 2 pig farms. Right. Of course we need more bricks for that as well. And what was I going to do? Oh yeah, extra sausages, and of course a trade union, which requires 5 bricks. Alright, so we are going to build this over here, I think, because it's a pretty nice central location. Actually, we might build it over here, and that might benefit us with the kilns, the brick bakers, I guess, if we manage to find someone that actually provides us a benefit for those as well. So let's build this right here, and we are going to add the charcuterie. Affects the slaughterhouse. Occasionally produces extra tallow. Oh, interesting. And maintenance costs minus 30%. So it was 80. That is now 56. So that's a healthy benefit of 30 something. I'm quite happy with that. Right, meanwhile, our second island, of course, is not being used. We could build a settlement here as well, but at the moment we don't even need hops yet. Once we need beer, we are going to start building another settlement over here, with some farmers just to make the hops that we need. Anyway, let's have a look. What else do we want? Yeah, we wanted to have the second sausage maker. We want that to go up. For that we need another 5 bricks. We have 3. We need another pig farm. Yeah, and I think we're going to build the other one. We're going to build it back to back with this one. It would still be affected by the trade union. Alright, so this guy's going to pick up some bricks, I guess. Yeah, alright, so we have 5 now. Excellent. Right, so these guys
To keep you going.
back to back. And we got some free money too. Interesting. We don't really need it, so I wonder why she actually gives that to us now. But I very much do appreciate the thought. Now let's build another pig farm over here with the pigsties. Actually, we wanted to have that the other way around because I want to build a nice little block like we have over here. So we need it like so. And that is more sausages being produced. Good stuff. Now then, I think we've been playing for a while already, so I think it's about time we put a cut in here. Where are you going? The steamed bream. Also, actually, if you want to be a ship in the game, we can also do that. If you don't want to be a city, I can make you a ship. Anyway, like I said, we've been playing for a while, so it's about time we put a cut in here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, because it really does help me out. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.